What's up, y'all? It's Quadi here back in with a brand new episode of a brand new series here. We're going to call this One Shot Hot Takes. So in One Shot Hot Takes, I'm going to be just do a one-shot video on some hot takes about tech. And today the topic is going to be Apple's new M2 Pro and M2 Max MacBook Pro line for the 14 and 16 inch that they just released yesterday, or just announced yesterday, and also the new HomePod that they announced today at the time of this recording. Apple, I love when they do press release announcements like this. To me, it makes stuff really special. Just to have like a cool, random press release like that. So I think it's very dope. However, will I be upgrading to the new MacBook Pros? My answer to that is going to be a solid no. Why am I not upgrading to the new MacBook Pros? Well, one reason, this is going to be a really short video, a really hot take, because the answer is because I am broke. No, for real. Well, slightly am. But the real reason why I'm not upgrading to the new MacBook Pro is for the main reason that is because, well, let's see. I don't think they should have released this. Like this is gonna be my truthful, honest opinion about this. I don't have it in hand, obviously. Never used it. Don't know what like. I've seen the press release, the specs and stuff like that. But listen, the M1 Pro and the M1 Max especially are super duper like future proof. There's no reason for anyone, unless you're in the business where you legit need the best of the best, the newest technology every single year, which I don't think is really anyone, unless you're like a tech reviewer, of course. That's like the only people who probably should upgrade to this because they want to review it and whatnot. Is going to be better for them. However, for the normal person like me, who's not really up there yet, I don't think I need to upgrade to this thing whatsoever. And part of the reason is simply because, like, I don't think the M1 Pro and the M2 line or the M line in general needs to be a yearly upgrade. When they announced the M2 chip, I was like, I don't know if they really should do this a year or so after they just announced the M1 chip. And the reason why I feel like this is because I think they're making laptops into their phones lines where they have upgrade every year with new chips every year. And to me, that makes progression just slow down. It just makes it not as exciting as it used to be. When you used to have the jump from like an Intel chip or like a graphics card or something like that, yes, they do yearly releases, but you see the big jumps in like a couple of years. And the way Apple's doing this now is reminding me of how they upgrade their iPhones. New chip every year. We get new phones, small upgrades now. Before it used to be big upgrades, but now it's just like minimal updates. And to me, it's almost like, why waste your time releasing a new product where the updates are so small that the M1 Max that I have right now is pretty good, I would say. Like, I think this computer could hold me for probably 5 years, and I'll totally be okay with how fast it is, how powerful it is. Until apps start utilizing these like newer chips and really spec me out, I don't see a reason why I need an upgrade. However, with the way the M chips work, I don't think that's gonna be an issue for a long time, quite honestly. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on these new laptops just yet. I think that I personally want to see a maybe 18 to 2 year, 18 months to 2 year upgrade line. I think having a new computer chip every 2 years is more exciting to me, because to me, you're gonna see those improvements, you're gonna feel it, it's gonna be very exciting. You can do a whole redesign with it. But with these yearly upgrades, it's just like, cool, like, do not upgrade a Mac Pro every single year, because that would be a waste of money. Like, why would you upgrade a Mac Pro every single year? So to me, you don't need to upgrade a MacBook every year. Yes, you do it for money reasons and the spec bumps, but as a consumer who just bought the M1 Max, I kind of feel cheated out of that fact that I spent my hard-earned money on this computer, and then a year or so later they announced a new one. It feels kind of, maybe I'm just salty. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I'm just some salty person. But like I say, I'm talking this from a end of a regular consumer like me who can't afford to upgrade every year. Of course, if you're in the business of doing that, be all, do you, and I support it. I wish I was you. But for people like me, you might see this in the computer. You might say, "Oh, this is very exciting. This might help me out with my creative content. It might help me do better." Listen, consistency is key firsthand, and I'm one to talk, right? But It is. You know, I saw one of my other favorite YouTubers tweet that out the other day. Technically T. So I believe them. I believe them 100%. Like, look, I got the new iPhone 14 Pro. Right here, it is here. Exciting stuff, right? However, I was perfectly fine with the 13 Pro Max, and whenever I use this phone, I'm just like, it's cool, but the most exciting thing about it is the new gimmicky iron display iron, whatever you want to call it, and I don't even use it. Like, I barely touch that thing whatsoever. It's kind of useless to me, if I'm being completely honest. So there's that, and then also it's just like, I don't know. I just feel like it just wasn't an exciting upgrade, and I'm starting to see that more and more often with Apple products, like the new iPad Pro that came out recently. In my opinion, there's not much of a difference between the M2 and the M1. That's simply how it is. You know, I'm starting to see less and less exciting upgrades from Apple, and they're going down through a trend where they're expanding their product line with all the different options, but when they upgrade the existing lines, it's not fun. It's not exciting. Like, they announced the new HomePod that they just honestly, they forgot about the regular HomePod for a while now, and they have a new one now, second generation. The HomePod Mini is pretty cool. I have one. I don't really use it that often. The new HomePod sounds exciting, but looking through it, it's almost identical to the first one with nothing really new besides a new chip and maybe some better sound quality. And besides that, it's like, it's almost the same exact thing. Like the AirPods Pro too. I love the second generation because it sounds great. It fixes the old issues, but really that's all it is. It fixes what they should have fixed in the first place. Why are my headphones rattling? I don't know. And I'm an Apple fanboy. I'm just not excited where Apple is heading in terms of their product line right now. It just feels messy. It doesn't feel as exciting as it used to be like 10 years ago or so. Like, the last time I felt really excited about iPhone launch was the iPhone 10, and maybe the 12. I think it was when they switched over the design. That's probably the last time I felt really excited. But for a while now, it's just been, small incremental upgrades that just, you know, you don't feel the need to want to get a new phone every year, like, which is a good thing. I shouldn't be spending money every single year to get a new phone or a new laptop, but it just makes you feel that way. The new Mac Mini also got announced. No redesign. All right, cool, but they have an M2 Pro version, which actually looks pretty nice, but it is pricey. But for the base model at $599, that's a steal. That I would 100% recommend someone to buy, because you can get started in any creative product you want to. If you don't have a MacBook with that thing, with any regular monitor, so if you want to go all out, get a studio display. But if you want to save money, any regular monitor that you have will work, and you have a pretty fantastic setup right there. Yeah, so I've been talking for like 8 minutes now, and I don't want these hot take videos to be too long, so this is just the perfect amount of time. So thank you for tuning into my first ever one take hot takes, and hope you enjoy this one. New MacBook line is out. I'm not too much of a fan of it. I will not be getting any of them, but to people who do get them, hope you do enjoy them, because the M1 Max line, the M1 Pro lines are fantastic. They look great. All the new ports and stuff like that. So I 100% recommend them. If you have the money to do so, or just get a MacBook Air M2, because honestly, that thing is probably the best computer for the normal consumer. So this is it for me, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace out. Hot takes are out.